All right, so we are going to do just a really simple saute of mushrooms today. So I'll turn on my pan to a medium-high, or medium-high heat. And because it's an induction burner, I'll throw just a little pat of butter straight in. And I started to chop my mushrooms. These are shiitakes from Mindful Mushrooms. I'm gonna finish slicing a couple more, you know, keeping their shape, but nice little maybe like 1/4-inch slices. While my butter melts, it happens just about that quick. I'm gonna chop one more. Get that butter spread around the pan and toss in my mushrooms. Get them all coated in some butter. Try to get them flat in the bottom of the pan. I maybe a little bit overpacked my pan a little bit. We want them to all be pretty flat on the bottom, because what we're looking for is them to get nice and just kind of golden brown. So I'm gonna let these sit in that butter and start to get brown. And this is a technique you can do with different mushrooms. You could use oil instead of butter if you wanted. I was taught using butter, so that's what I tend to use. Some mushrooms I've learned need to be sweated before they'll start to get brown because they've got quite a bit of moisture in them. You can see some of the moisture that's in these shiitakes is starting to come off, but they're starting to get soft and brown. I'm going to toss them around again and then try to get them back to being flat on the pan. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Get them flat in the pan and we'll just let them keep browning. Moving them around as needed if different parts of the pan are hotter than others is something I'm experiencing right now. So I'm keeping them moving and rotating, but we're looking for them to get nice and golden brown, browned in that butter. The heat doesn't need to be too high, and these shiitakes will be ready in just a couple minutes. All right, so that was just a couple minutes of letting these mushrooms saute. They got a lot softer. They shrank quite a bit. Remember, my pan was completely filled with mushrooms, and now they've shrunk. They've started to get more golden in color. I could have added a little bit more butter, maybe, but I had a bite before I pulled them off the heat, and these are ready to eat, to be so sauteed mushrooms. Great to add to eggs, put on top of a grain, whatever your favorite grain is, a piece of toast, on steak, right? It can be another side dish to accompany greens. There are all sorts of ways that you can just incorporate more mushrooms quickly sauteed into the meals that you're probably already making at home. I use salted butter, so they're good to go. They're nice and seasoned. All right, today we've got a guest chef to prepare a dish for us. Chef Mandy King is joining us. Mandy owns and runs Money Bowl, which is a longtime Portland Farmers Market vendor. You can find her weekly at PSU Farmers Market, and she's here today to share a wonderful dish with us. I'll let her introduce herself and what she's making today. Thank you, Mandy, for joining us.
So hi, my name is Mandy. I was the vendor at the PSU Farmers Market every Saturday. So today I want to showing people Chinese food. So this dish is easy and good with people go to work or students at the college. It's super easy to make. Let's start it. Now we make some sauce first. It's 1 tablespoon the cooking wine, and 4 tablespoons the soy sauce,
What's this sauce, Mandy?
it's the oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce.
Yes, but I have to open it.
And where do you shop for oyster sauce?
So oyster sauce, all the Asian grocery store, they all has it. So they have another one, it's green. So it's more like a no MSG stuff, and like it's more clean.
Okay, great.
So 2 tablespoons the oyster sauce. So we have to well mix in, and later when we clean the all the rice, then we can mix in with the rice. So now we can put that aside. So today we have some already chopped carrot and corn and peas and the shitake mushrooms. So if you use dry mushroom, please cut the things off. And if you use the fresh one, you can use the steam. Because the dry mushroom, the steam is hard to chew. So I recommend that you not use the steam. Okay. It's here. So now we have to use 3 pieces ginger and peeling the skin off. This piece is too small, we need a big one. Okay. So here has a sausage. So I already cut some, but so one more to cut. This sausage is from China, and they have a little bit of fat in the sausage. So when you cook the sausage, so the pork fat will turn into the rice, will make the taste better.
And that's another item you could pick up at an Asian grocery store?
Yes.
Awesome. And if you were shopping the farmer's market, could you use a sausage from there? Or is there, I'm sure there's something very unique about this sausage, but could you replace it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you use any sausage, no, not too much fat, and you can add a little bit of oil mixed with the sausage, and you put on the rice. Yeah. So now here we have to cut some scallions. So the scallions will put on the rice and they are finished. So today I want to use some brown rice, like organic brown rice and white rice mixed together and make the rice taste better and more healthy. So we have to put the 300 gram the rice and clean.
And Mandy, can you tell us about like rinsing rice? How many rinses it needs, why we're doing this?
Because the rice is has a little bit like a dirty or something, so you just rinse twice. You don't have to like rinse out like the water was totally clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can save a little bit. Okay, so now we already have our rice clean, and we mix with this sauce. Put in and mix with this rice. Now we're ready to put all the vegetable on into the rice.
And those were already
Those are the
pre-measured.
peas. Yes, all from the local. So everything we can find in local. So the vegetables. The idea is one cook, you can have rice, meat, and vegetables. So you don't have to cook a lot. So now we put the mushroom in. Now we put all the sausage on the top. So don't forget the 3 pieces of ginger on top of the sausage. Okay, so when we use the dry mushroom, we have the soaking water. We also can use the soaking water to cook the rice. It's more flavorful, but don't forget the bottom, we can use it.
We can or we can't use it? We
Cannot, yeah.
Okay, why is that, Mandy?
Because the mushroom dry and they have a little bit dusty or something when you soak them, so don't use the bottom.
There's
so
like a little bit of debris in the bottom.
yeah.
Okay.
So all the water just covered everything on the top, just a little bit over. So the water just covered all the ingredients and you're ready to cook. So when you put this into the rice cooker and just push the start, that's it. And the rice cooker will tell you when they are done. But remember, don't open the lids right away. Please wait for 10 minutes. Let the heat go into the rice and you're ready to eat. Now the rice is done. We open the lid and you can see the rice is all ready to eat. So then we can mix in. Let me take it out. Then we put a little bit of scallions, a little bit dry garlic, a little bit of crunchy. Okay, now ready to eat. Okay, now ready to eat and give a bite.